Hello and welcome to part 2 of my haul. As I said in the previous video, it's just easier in terms of putting videos on to just try and keep them to like 20 to 25 minutes. So I just thought, I have actually got a fair amount of stuff here and I do taught a lot of cobblers. So I'm just going to make, I'm going to turn that other video into a 50-minute video. So this is part 2. If you want to watch part 1, that would have been uploaded yesterday. So click on my user and it will be there, and you better watch the first half of this. But this is me here now for the second half of all of this. And we probably will start with the bric-a-brac. So, bric-a-brac. I've got a lot of bric-a-brac here, which I probably in hindsight shouldn't have picked up because it's not much money in it, and then it just becomes a nuisance. And then there's stuff like this which I don't know anything about, but I was like, oh, this is a really good idea. Oh, I'll pick this up. I can clean it up. So I've paid £2 for this letter rack. It's called Sputnik because of these things. This is from the 60s. I don't know. I do believe it is from the 60s. This is supposed to be gold in colour. Well, you can sort of see the gold, but then it's also very tarnished, and I feel like that is a problem. So I've rinsed it because it was covered in dust. And I was like thinking, oh, I'll try and clean it. But obviously if I'm going to clean it, I'm going to end up taking the gold off. So now I don't know what to do with it. And then it turns out that they, where I was thinking it was like more like the 30 region, it was like a 30 region to sell one of these. It's more like the 20 region and maybe even like the £15 region. And then of course I'm going to have to like find a box that it's going to fit in. So I probably should have left this behind. But you know, it's here now. It's part of my life, and there we go. I'm going to try and sell that for the 20 mark and get annoyed with myself for picking it up. And then I've gone down the road of Cath Kidston. This is a good Cath Kidston picks up. But then there's this. I said to myself that I wasn't going to pick up mugs. And I have. Prices. So this one, it looks like there's something wrong with it, like it's dirty, but it isn't dirty. It's just because it's marbled inside, and it's supposed to look like that. So obviously I spent £2. It's all right. It's not a bad do, but it won't sell for like much more than like £7.99 to like £10. Like with a lot of mugs, it's very rare that a mug will sell for a lot of money. So I'm annoyed that I've picked that up in a way. But I also have another floral Cath Kidston mug, you know, which hasn't sold because it's not really worth picking them up. So I may well just add this to that Cath Kidston listing, so then I can sell both of them together. However, I do have another Cath Kidston mug here. This one I should be okay with. This one is the sort of one that I should be looking for. This is the one that I should have come home with, and I should have left the heart one. This one I can sell for the 20 region. For obvious reasons, because it is Jungle Book. Apologies for the racket, but you know, we have a modern boiler, a modern A-rated boiler, so naturally it's going to make a lot of noise. My husband's having a shower. God, we must be so dusty here. I mean, it has sat around for 3 weeks. I could have just listed this straight away, and that was the whole point. Is I thought, well, I'll just list it straight away and get it put away. I'm just getting annoyed with myself with things like this that cause me, you know, aggro when it comes to packing them up. But anyway, this one's a really nice one. That's what it looks like. I don't think you'd have any trouble spotting this when you were out. But, you know, the £20 mark, £15 on a bad day. So that's all okay. And then this I picked up I think I was buying another book, and then this just came in with it. And the last George Orwell modern publication that I had sold really quickly. So before that listing completely disappears, I need to photograph that and put that on, which I should have done quicker. Obviously just a 50p. I've got a jigsaw to do. I've got, well, it's not a jigsaw, I've got loads of jigsaws to do, but I haven't like even started them. I like the Jan van Hasteran ones. I do this for pleasure. 1,500. They used to sell for really good money, you know, like £25 to £30. But, you know, people, that was lockdown, and we're not in lockdown anymore. But anyway, I'm going to have a lot of pleasure doing that. I'll probably do that over Christmas. So it is what it is. And I do have some other like really random stuff here, which I haven't paid anything for. So that's random. We'll just move that over here. Right, so the other Cath Kidston thing that I've got is a bag. So I've paid £5 for this, but it is Disney. I have looked and looked for the stuff which is available. This is a fabulous bag. This, I was really tempted to use this when I went away because it has got so many pockets in it. Like, there's so many pockets inside. There's, you know, like a bottle pocket as well. And zipped pockets. Zipped pockets. Ah, it's a really nice bag. And there's another zip pocket there. Oh, it's just, this is a really, really nice rucksack. So this one, I have seen similar for this. It sells for around the 30 region. But there are other Disney ones by Cath Kidston, which, you know, are more like the 50 to 80 region. Yeah, we're talking Alice in Wonderland and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. £5 into 30. That's decent. So happy with that. And bags aren't too bad for posting. So the last bits of bric-a-brac which I've got. So this is totally random. So you're going to think that I'm like some kind of Looney Tune. I've got a load of CDs here. These are all brand new CDs. These have all come free. These are all going in a skip because Jason, my husband, he works in like clearing out shops. So this was actually an old charity shop, but it was also part of a boxing club, which was being in one of the smaller shopping malls, was being cleaned out. So he was there, and I don't think he was there straight away because some of the guys had already thrown some of them in the bin. So some of these went in the bin. I've got multiple copies of it. So the frustrating thing is, so this copy I can sell for like £10. So this copy, and probably ones of the many ones which went in the bin, I can sell for the 20 mark for obvious reasons. So it's signed by Alexander O'Neill. I imagine he probably, this is the singer who did All You Ever Do Is Criticize. So he obviously, I think he probably would have made an appearance at the boxing place because it just sounds like the sort of thing that he would do. And then it's got loads and loads of copies of Hearsay CD and what's this? And My Gift, which has now gone everywhere. So I've got a whole bunch of these. If I don't sell these, I'll go to the charity shop where I work. But I am going to just do one book. I'm going to list a book and 2 of the CDs with it because there's no need for it to go in the bin. It doesn't need to go in the bin. It's just ridiculous because that's just the trouble. And you see, the reason why this happens is because Jason will be put on one of these jobs, and whoever's like the client, whoever's moving into the shop. In this instant, they were given 2 days to clear the whole place, you know, and that includes like the electricians coming in and doing their bit and whatever decorating needs to do. And so they'll be given this, like a limited amount of time to like get stuff out. And there was like massive pieces of furniture in there as well. So it's like not like a casual job. So, yeah, he tries to rescue stuff for me, knowing that I'll get rid of it. But sometimes it's like really hard, and a lot of it will get thrown away. I've also got this. Don't criticise my tea. I'm really tempted to keep this myself. It's ridiculous. It's brand new. It's like really starchy, but I do really like it. Don't criticise my t-shirt. Yeah, so maybe that will go in with the job lots. I don't need that t-shirt. There's other stuff that was in there. I've got these 2 t-shirts, so these are going in the bin. I'm not quite sure what these are. I'll fold them. I will put them on the mannequin. But again, it's a freebie, so it would be a shame for them to just be thrown away. And then there's this. This has been washed, but it is pretty new. But then because it's been sort of like in an abandoned shop for ages, you don't really know how crusty it is. So that is just a Nike hoodie. So that was free as well. So we'll stick that on my shop. Yeah, the other thing which I've got in there is it's brand new in packaging. So I haven't taken it out yet. But it's like a boxing robe. So I don't know what to do with that. But I'll have to work it out, won't I? Oh, and then like another random thing which I've got here. I'm just going to list this on eBay. I'll probably get like $5.99 for this. So this is Stir Crazy, and it's Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. And I know it's going to sting a lot of people to know, but because videos don't sell, a lot of these go in the bin at work. And I just because it was Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, I just didn't want it to go in the bin. So I took it because it was just going to be thrown away. And I was like going to keep it. And then I was like, why am I going to keep it? I don't have like everybody, I'm not going to watch a video, but I just couldn't see it being thrown away. You know, and I know that you guys don't want to hear that stuff's being thrown away at charity shops, but it is, because it's just completely overwhelming. So that's all the like random bric-a-brac bits. I have a few more bits of clothing here, so that's the rest of my haul. So if you don't like clothing, now's the time to go, or you know, if you are like a masochist, you can stay. But you know, please stay. This is a random one. Nobody had picked this up. Is it because it's got a mark on it? No, that's just feathers. I don't know why. Yeah, I found this and I know that it's genuine. It's Burberry. I know that that's a genuine label. Unfortunately, it's got the care label is cut out. This is silk. I know it's silk. I can feel that it's silk. This is jersey fabric on here, but the body is definitely silk, and it's definitely got branded buttons, and it's definitely really nice little blouse. I say I'd like to put things on auction, but I just don't. My auctions don't go very well, and I'm actually going to downgrade my eBay subscription in the new year. So I know that I don't have like lots and lots of listing allowance in terms of eBay if I downgrade. So I'm in a featured shop, so I'll take it down to like the basic. I don't have the time, and I don't have the capacity, and my listing amounts are usually around 300 to 400. So I think I might struggle with a basic shop in terms of like the relists, but I probably won't even be spending that much money on it. So I mean, I'll have another think about that, and I'll have another talk about that, but I'll have to stop doing quite so many auctions if I do that. But you know, auctions are not what they used to be. They used to be fabulous, and now they're not. So coupons, this feels like silk as well. Is it, darling? Is it? I haven't found coupons in an absolute age. What are we on? 100% silk. So that would be why I've picked that up. Yeah, so I mean, that feels exactly like that. So I know that that is silk. Is this women's or men's? It's medium. I think it's women's because the mediums are decent in the couples. So that should be like a 20 quidder. I know I've only paid 3. What have we got here? A Hush dress. I don't pick up Hush in general anymore, but this is a shirt dress, long sleeve, so it's okay for this time of year. And it's snake print, although you can't see. It's like green and black, and it is snake print, and it's gone dark, so it's not really giving that any justice. But I haven't lost the belt, so it's all good in that respect. Oh, I think these are for me to keep, but I will just have a check. I've always wanted a pair of these. So these are Juicy Couture velvet. I don't know if they sell for like loads, but they're quite snug. But then how comfortable is it going to be hanging around the house with that on my arse? So I think I will actually sell them. And they're probably going to be slightly too small for me, because they are small. And just because I've lost weight doesn't mean I've lost down to small weight. So yeah, Juicy Couture. Rarely find. Shame I haven't got the top, but there you go. I will list them. I will be well behaved, and I will list them. And I have got a jumper here, which is Paul Smith, medium. Randomly, it's like a maple leaf and an ant. I don't understand, but that should be a good easy 20 to 30. And then we'll save that one for last. This is a dress, and it's a size 16. Joe Brown's. I find Joe Brown's all the time, but I'm very reluctant when I pick up. But I think this one will sell because it's, you know, it's got asymmetrical. It's got some detail to it. It's layered. It's a decent size. It's got a bit of like tartan going on there. And it's long sleeve, which suits this time of year. So I'm hoping that does okay. Again, it's only going to be like a 25 quidder. And then there's this, which I saw. So this sat in the shop for like a week before I saw it. And then I sort of looked at it and I was like convinced there was something else. So this is an iconic dress. It's Warehouse, but I thought that the original was actually New Look, hence why I left it. And then I sort of remembered it before I went into work, and then I looked it up and I realised that it is actually selling for like £25. It used to sell for like 50 to 60. So it is like a wiggle dress. What do they call it? Bandage dress. But it was like a blogger thing, and it was really popular at one point. And if it was in my size, I probably would keep it because I do like it. This needs a damn good debobble because it's a bit But yeah, if you do ever see this is a size 10. But I've seen other people, they have managed to sell for size 10. But if you see it, so this is like navy and green, but there is a red version of it which is probably slightly more popular. But yeah, it's an iconic style, and it is still set. It's still got a decent sell-through rate. Zip at the back. So I was surprised that it stuck around, which that doesn't bode well. But then maybe people don't know. If people want it, they're going to go online, aren't they? And they're going to look it up online. So I paid £4 for that. Yeah, I paid £4 for that. So £4.25. And it will be 25. It won't be any more than that. It is a shame, but it is what it is. And weirdly, when that was like popular, it was when we were in lockdown as well. So I don't know where these people were wearing these dresses. Who even knows? Right. So yeah, that's everything that I've got to list, and it's a lot of stuff. And I will sign off now. So if you haven't watched part one is available, so just click on it. And I thank you for watching, and I will try and be a bit more consistent, but let's face it, I am quite consistent. You know, if it's like every like a week or two that you upload, it's still consistent. So yes, thank you for watching. Really appreciate, well, I'd really appreciate the subscribe, less so the like, but I mean, you know, it's always nice to be liked. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. And goodbye from Shelley, and goodbye from Simon, who is very anxious for the Christmas tree to go up. So I better get this stuff listed as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.